2005, a year where spectacular movies came out, like Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, the first Madagascar, and The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. But there was another movie, which critics despised, released by Walt Disney Pictures on November 4th, 2005. A movie about the sky falling, for some reason. Chicken Little, released on November 4th, 2005. It was also the first movie I saw as a little kid. But is this movie really as bad as critics say it is on Rotten Tomatoes? Let's find out on the second ever episode of Is It Really That Bad? Join me, won't you? Hey, what's up, you guys? And welcome back to the world. It is Monday, 3 days earlier before I wanted to release this video, but I'm releasing it because I really damn well felt like it. So this is the second episode of Is It Really That Bad? Today's subject, today's victim, is the movie Chicken Little. Now, this movie was released, as you saw in the intro, it was released in 2005 to not very good reviews, 37% Rotten Tomatoes rating, and only 47% of audiences thought it was enjoyable. But I'm here to give my personal opinion of the movie. I know that everybody's opinions are different, but I'm just voicing mine because if I didn't, then this show would be irrelevant. Okay, I'm going to read you the plot of the movie because I actually did see this movie last night, and like I also mentioned in the intro, that this was the first ever movie I saw. I saw it at my local cinema when I was 3 years old, back in 2005 or 6, I'm not sure. But it was the first movie I ever saw, so it has a little bit of a close spot in my heart, but I was able to rewatch the movie last night, and now I'm going to be giving my full opinions on it. But first, I will read to you the plot. This is taken right from Wikipedia, so here we go. Young Chicken Little throws his small town into panic by claiming the sky is falling. Unable to find the piece of the sky that hit him, he earns the town's scorn. A year later, the outcast Chicken Little tries to redeem himself by joining the baseball team, helping to win a crucial game. Later that night, he is hit on the head again and discovers that the falling sky is actually a UFO. Now, Chicken Little must convince the skeptical town that an alien invasion is about to happen. Now, I thought that when I saw the movie for the first time in 2005, I did not know any. Well, A, I was 3 years old. B, didn't have much of a mind back then, but that's okay. Rewatching the movie again, I have to be fully honest with you guys. I really did enjoy watching the movie, and here's why. It's very funny. It has a lot of comedic value to it. There are a lot of funny and quirky jokes, and I thought it was funny. Second of all, a lot of the pop culture references and references to other Disney movies, like in the beginning, the Once Upon a Time and the Natabenya. I thought that was pretty interesting to see. And also, the book opening thing, it's basically Disney making fun of themselves, because Disney likes to do that. Disney likes to make fun of themselves a lot. Like with, there's another movie I can't seem to think of right now, but it was really fun to watch Disney basically making fun of themselves. Now, this movie was Disney's first fully computer animated feature film. That was not a Pixar movie. With all Pixar movies in the past, it was computer animated, but this was the first Disney movie, the first actual Disney animated movie under the animated studio's name to be fully computer animated. and that was not Pixar. The only other Disney movie film that was animated using a computer before that was 2000's Dinosaur, which was a combination of live action and computer animation. But this movie was the first Disney film to be completely computer animated. So just a little fun fact. Another fun fact is this was actually a Disney animated film. This was the 46th animated film that was released by Disney, followed by Bolt, Meet the Robinsons, and The Princess and the Frog, and then Tangled after that. So, just some fun facts. It ended up grossing $314 million worldwide. And it was the second highest grossing animated film of 2005. I'm a computer nerd. I'm a nerd about this, I know. But, just some fun facts just to throw out there. Now, if I may, I'd like to read some of these reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, because as you also saw in the beginning, people did not like this movie so well. Critics did not like this movie so well. 37% it currently has on Rotten Tomatoes. But if I may, I'd like to read some of these rotten reviews. Line by line, scene by scene, visual gag by visual gag, this picture is disappointing, underpowered, and dull, even for kids. That was written by Peter Bradshaw, a top critic at Rotten Tomatoes. Alas, no amount of pop culture in-jokes and cutesy characters can conceal the fact there isn't enough story to sustain a film, even of this limited duration. Traditional cel animation may be dead, but it'll be remembered fondly. Pop ephemera like Chicken Little is more likely to be smiled at once than instantly forgotten. It is obvious that when evaluating this first digital proposal from Disney, we do it in the terms that are below remarkable. And then, by a comfortable margin, the worst wow, this one hurts. This one hurts. By a comfortable margin, the worst feature to come out of the Disney studios since they invented American feature-length cartoon in 1937. That hurts me a little bit. Hurts me a little bit because, let me tell you, I really enjoyed this movie. I really did. I thought it was fantastic. And so, the overall message of this is, is it really as bad as people say it is? And my answer is absolutely not. This movie is not as bad as people say it is. I don't know why they criticize this movie so horribly, but I just thought it was a really good story. I had not read the fable that inspired this movie, but I would have thought that this was better because of all the pop culture references and all the in-jokes and visual gags. I mean, I might just have a different sense of humor than everybody else, but you know what? That's okay, because everybody has their own opinions. And that's fine. I mean, I'm not saying that I completely agree or disagree, but I do disagree a little bit with what critics say about the movie. But overall, that this movie isn't as bad as people say it is. So, that's the moral of this fable. And also, just to prove to you that I'm not lying, this is my actual Rotten Tomatoes scores. I'm actually going to write a review for it. Let's see. This movie isn't as bad as people say it is. The array of pop culture references and visual gags are incredible. I think that critics are judging this movie too harshly. There we go. That's my actual review. This movie is not as bad as people say it is. The array of pop culture references and visual gags are incredible. I think that critics are judging this movie too harshly, and I fully agree with that. I really do. I submitted my review onto Rotten Tomatoes. I added, I also enjoy how Disney is making fun of themselves in the opening. It's cut off there, but it just reads, I enjoy how Disney is making fun of themselves in the opening of the movie and throughout. So, and I give the movie a very, very hard 5-star rating. So I just think that this 37% from critics and 47% from audiences, I don't agree with that. Obviously from the review I made, but you know, people have their own opinions, so can't change what people think, but I can judge the movie as I see it. So that is my official review of Chicken Little. Now, if you'd like to see the movie for yourself, there are multiple ways to do it, but I recommend that if you have Netflix, good news, it's up on Netflix, so you can watch it. But if you're also a Disney Plus subscriber, good news, Disney Plus also has Chicken Little. If you don't have Disney Plus or Netflix, you can still rent it on Apple TV, Vudu, Prime Video, and Fandango now. That is all I have for you guys today. If you have an idea of what I should review next for Is It Really That Bad, post your thoughts in the comments below. Also regarding the future of Is It Really That Bad, I hope to make weekly episodes now instead of bi-week. Instead of doing it every 2 weeks or every other week, I plan on doing it every single week, and I think I want to do it on a Monday. So that's my new schedule for Is It Really That Bad? Every single Monday. I have a couple of movies that I'd like to do also, but I'd like to hear your thoughts. Post them down in the comments below. And also, I would love to make that second episode of Ask Steven. The only problem is I don't have questions from you guys. So if you can post a question down in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them in the next episode of Ask Steven, which is I don't know when, because I have not received any questions. But either who, leave a comment down below suggesting a movie, and also leave a question down below asking me a question, obviously. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on whenever I see you next. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!